to my matter. If you're new here, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. It's a bit sunny. UK weather said you're gonna get whatever you're gonna get. Like, honestly, it is a bit so. And just stopped raining like 3 seconds ago. I'm not even joking. This thing has no schedule. It's not keeping to any set path. I'm literally staring at rain droplets on my window right now. That's how crazy it is. I won't complain though, because I look kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. Are you telling me the sun wasn't made exclusively so little old black me could look good in this video right now? I don't know. What's that glisten? What's that shine? It's sun cream. Make sure you use your sun cream, guys. But yeah, if you're new here, the basic framework of how these things usually goes. I know people who watch my shit, if you watch my shit, are like, are we getting a normal ass review now? Yes, a normal ass plain ass review. I haven't done that in a hot minute, but let's go. It's going to be, the way it goes is the plot, the characters, my likes and my dislikes, then theory time, then I give it a rating, and then my final thoughts. So today's pick is called I'm the Grim Reaper, and yeah, to get into the plot, it's about this girl called Scarlett, and she died, and then apparently she went to hell, and apparently what she did was so bad. It was so bad that she went to one of the lowest levels of hell that there possibly is. I'm not sure if it was the lowest or one of the lowest. I'm not sure, but she was a very notorious sinner. Apparently, we don't know what she did, which is quite nice, but she did some bad shit, and then the devil was like, okay, you could go to one of these rings of hell, or you could help me go and, you know, kill other sinners, bring a soul for me every one day. You're able to sustain like that, just one soul a day, something simple, something cute. And then yeah, so she picks, you know, being the Grim Reaper, taking the souls every day, and encounters this other guy, and shenanigans ensue. She's trying to find out how she died, and who she was, and yeah, that's it for the plot. The characters, the girl Scarlett, she is I'm gonna say she's a bit naive. She doesn't know what happened to her. She doesn't know her past a bit. She's a bit ruthless. I'll give it to her. She's ruthless, but she needs to be. But she's also a bit naive, which kind of doesn't go with the ruthlessness. But I think it's maybe because she died and she doesn't know how she died. But I don't know. I'm like, someone like you and you're disbelieving of other people. I don't get it. I'm not with with the little you know about yourself. This your little moral code here, I'm not sure about it. Next one, Chase. Chase is suspicious. I'ma just say he's suspicious. I don't know what else to say about him. He's just, something about him doesn't sit right with my soul. It just doesn't. It never did. He just seems really shady. And yeah, they make a very shady pair. And yeah, those are the only two I'm going to talk about now. So on to my like section. Number one, I like the art. I like the color scheme. It is predominantly or prominently like red, black, maybe some white in there. Predominantly, there's some other colors obviously, but like the basic scheme is that red and black kind of thing. It gives it like a very like sinister vibe. And honestly, like I said, I was one of did I say it here? I did a trial run before this. I'm not sure if I said it here or the other video, but I was one of the people who read it before it got featured. I think that's the term, who got featured. And I swear it wasn't like this before. I swear it wasn't fully colored before. I swear it was black and white the first time around. So the fact that the creator got to like color it in, take some time, color it in, do it well, a black and white color scheme can still work as well. It's still good. But if this was what they wanted, and this was the direction that they wanted to take, I wholeheartedly support, and I like it. There was one scene, I just put it here. It's one scene where she accepted her powers, and it looked really cool. I can't remember the scene now, specifically in my head, but I can just imagine the colors looked really pretty and the art looked pretty and the art looked really good too. Yeah. Next thing, what costume is that from? I don't know why I put that here, and I don't remember my thoughts. If you know anything about how I do these things, is that I make the review and I read the webtoon long before I actually come to film it. So if it seems like I'm grasping at straws, it's because my memory really is grasping at straws. Like, I'm not sure what past TT hugely meant, but let's try and understand it. I put, what costume is that from, because it kind of remember of Zuko and the Ember. Oh, okay, someone asked Scarlett, like, oh, what costume is that from? And I just remember thinking, like, it reminded me of that little kid who was asking Zuko, like, not asking Zuko, who was telling Zuko, like, oh, your scar's on the wrong side, you know, in that Ember Island, like, propaganda play. Oh, Avatar Last Bender, top tier. But yeah, it just kind of reminded me of that, because obviously what she's wearing is a bit out there. She has this whole ass cloak. She's walking through normal society with this whole ass cloak. Looks like she's cosplaying or something. But yeah. Next thing. The town looks properly decrepit. Like, it looks like an actual shithole. Like, I don't want to live there. I don't want to live where they are. And I kind of like that aspect of it. It looks like a bad place, and I don't want to stay there, but I like how it adds to the whole ambience of this place, that whole sinister vibe, like I said. Yeah, next thing, the fan art. I know this doesn't really pertain to the creator, but I guess the creator inspired this fan art. But the fan art, the creator picks I think a specific fan art every single episode, and I think it's one of the banners or headers before the actual episode starts, and it looks so good. You guys are so talented. Oh my gosh, like, imagine being talented. I cannot relate. It actually looks really good. So yeah, the premise is interesting. It's really interesting. I like the whole intrigue. I like that I don't know much. The character that, you know, we're seeing the world with, like, she's our eye, Scarlett, she doesn't know much either, so we're learning shit, she's learning shit at the same time, and I kind of like that. I really do. I like this whole that we don't get everything all at once. So yeah. Next thing, I'm really not sure, and I don't know why I put it here. If it sounds so shady what I said here. So this is either a like or a dislike, because I'm not sure why it's on this column, because it sounds really shady, but it could be a like. I don't know. I put, oh no, it probably is a dislike. I'll come back to it later. Next one, the thing that really made me sympathize with Chase was his portrayal of being in an abusive relationship. I don't know why this is a like. Maybe this should be a dislike. But when she hit him, when his ex-girlfriend hit him and was like, you shouldn't say such embarrassing things, and is he gonna complain about being hit? I was like, wait, hold the presses. Cancelled. You deserve to die. Like, honestly, I don't know what to say at that point. I wasn't, and it's something I'll talk about maybe later if I remember it now. Hopefully it's still in my mind when, by the time I come to where I need to go to. But as it is now, I was automatically on Chase's side during that whole thing. I think that is completely disgusting. And yeah. Next thing, there was a part when Scarlett wanted to fight, she wanted to level up, wanted to boss up. So she was like to the devil or to Satan, like, okay, I'm going to try and fight you, and then, you know, I need to get better and everything. And then she was saying this whole last monologue, and then Satan just like attacked her, and he was like, you really think the real event, you're going to have time, they're going to let you to say a whole last speech? And I was like, yes, tell her. Like, honestly, bitches be saying too much during this whole thing, thinking that, like, they won't get attacked during that whole thing. And that kind of, wraps up my like section. My dislike section. First one. This one is actually really funny. It's actually really funny because I can clearly remember what my mind was doing when I was reading the aspects and when I was writing it down. So it goes like this. I said, huh? So when she drops down into the world, and then you can identify a sinner because they have X's, so it makes it very easy for her. Like, okay, that's a sinner. They have an X, a red, huge ass red X on their chest. And then she was like, she gets approached by this Jordan guy, and she was like, this Jordan guy doesn't look like a sinner. And I was like, huh? What? I was like, my dear, he's automatically a sinner. Automatically a sinner. You see a stranger interrupt you and ask you to go out to eat. A stranger, you've never seen this guy before. He asks you to let's go out to eat on the street, random person, never seen him before, have no affiliation to him, and he asks you, hey, let's go out. Huh? I can suspend my disbelief a lot. A little bit, but not that much. I'm sorry. The fact that they just gloss over the fact that, oh, she doesn't know him, they don't know each other, and he's just taking her out. Like, excuse me, like, huh? I could have told you that he was a sinner without the X. If he didn't have the X and he just came out to ask her to eat out of the, excuse me, that's a sinner. That is a sinner. What? Turns out the guy lures women to his apartment and kills them because he's attractive. And I'm like, bitch, I could have told you that. Any woman out here with their radar could have told you that. Excuse me. I was here like, ooh, that's not me. Oh, that's not my portion. God forbid I reject it. What? I don't know, maybe it's because she's all shiny and new and doesn't have memories of how the world was before. I don't even fucking know. But like, I was out here, as soon as the guy approached, I said, this one is a rapist. This one is a killer. Next thing. There's some writing on the buildings, everywhere on the billboards as well. They're like, oh, the apocalypse. They're writing, oh, it's the gods are coming, everyone will be judged. It's a little bit heavy-handed for me. Like, I already know this place is a sinful place. Like, it's already been established with the red and the black as well. It also looks, like I said, looks like a shithole. Like, I don't want to live there. So like the whole more like you're writing on the buildings, like, oh, so and so, blah blah, everyone will be judged, the eyes are watching or something like that. It's just a tiny bit heavy-handed for me. Next one, she was like, Scarlett, she was like, let me chill with the police guy. She said, let me chill with the police guy. That's a steady stream of bad guys for me, you know what I mean? And I don't think, she was like, I'm sure that they won't notice people turning up dead around her. And I'm out here like, what? Excuse me, of course they will notice people dying, people that they're supposed to go and convict, people that are supposed to go to jail dying when she's around. I was just confused. Her reasoning for sticking around to chase because, oh, I'll get a steady stream of bad guys. And I'm like, wait, huh? Excuse me. You're just going to sell yourself out. You're just going to expose yourself. That's number one stupidity. Like, you're just going to expose yourself. And she did though. Because Chase was immediately suspicious of her. Chase is the police guy. And I'm like, what? Especially when there was an easier way. There's a huge ass red cross on people's chests that only you can see, what other Grim Reapers can see, but you can see. So you out here saying, yeah, let me go to the police, let me go hang around, let me be killing people. Or excuse me, that is the least, is the word conspicuous or inconspicuous? One of those in this moment. that is the least thing you can, like, what if she couldn't see the black thing and she had to the red X, and she had to, you know, go around trying to gauge who's bad, who's not? I would understand this. I'd be like, okay, solid plan, be careful, but I understand what's going on. But no, that's not the case. So I don't know, I just didn't vibe with that. Next thing, it's just a question. This one is how do exes work? Like, how much sin should you have done for you to, like, be categorized as a sinner? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want. Because this one time, I want to know how that works, how you judge it, how you measure it, how you do all that shit. There was this one girl who got sent to hell because she had been eating a snail. She worked at a restaurant. She was eating a snail, like, from off, you know, off the patron's plate, like one maybe every day or something like that, and it added up to like thousands of dollars apparently, because snails are expensive. And I'm thinking, okay, now me, no, not me, a hypothetical person, let's say. Okay, like, what if someone came and, like, was watching stuff on some illegal website? Like, is that, would that send that person, like, a first class ticket to hell? What's going on? Is that it? You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing. Let's see. Next thing. Okay, so Scarlett was like, oh, just how corrupt is the police force that a sinner is allowed? You know what I mean? Because Chase has the red X. And I chuckled genuinely. I was there like, huh? The police force and corrupt? Are you telling me they've never gone two and together for you? You've never... I chuckled. Next thing, although, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be judging that. Because she definitely had a black and white, and I think that was intentional. She definitely had a black and white view of how good and bad was, how sin was, so and so, blah blah. And they did explain it in the end, like, oh, when I first came here, I thought it was black and white. So you know what? Let me give that only like a half dislike, maybe like a, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even keep it there, but I don't know, we'll see. Next thing, that her own explanation of love, it pissed me off. You know, when, you know, Chase was, I think maybe they were discussing love, Chase and her, they're discussing love and all that shit, and it pissed me off. Like, my guy, you're not cool for explaining science. She was like, oh, love is just a scientific, is that a word? A scientific response to something. You can obviously rationalize your way around it, so and so forth, blah, blah. I was like, you're not cool for that. Like, let people enjoy shit. I was doing all that. But then his reaction to that was so out of left field. I was like, my guy, calm down. That wasn't needed. Next thing, the woman that Chase was interrogating, the woman that Scarlett ended up killing because she killed her son, I'm here like, okay, you know what, maybe Scarlett was right. Maybe she should stick with the police and get a regular stream of bad guys, because it's obvious, it is completely obvious that they don't care, because that woman was not mentioned again. They went to interrogate her, both her and Scarlett and Chase. They went to go and interrogate her. He never came back and he stormed off. He got angry, he stormed off, didn't come back, didn't do any follow-up questions. And I'm actually like, this is the case your mom gave you to do. His mom is the head of, you know, the head of the police. And I'm like, oh, nepotism right there. Cool. And you didn't realize that your number one suspect just disappeared off the face of the earth, just died, just left, just dipped. Like, we never got a nod to that woman again by Chase. We never. And I would have liked to see the tension. I thought that was a missed opportunity. Like, I would have liked to see tension, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go do some follow-up questions. Maybe he was saying that to Scarlett, and Scarlett's like, oh, I don't know where she is. I don't know. I would have liked to see that, but like it never happened again. So I'm out here like, okay, but why? This is someone you suspect to be a killer, someone you suspect to have killed a child. So where's the due diligence? Where's the follow-up? Like, no wonder you're not supposed to be on police. No wonder people want to kick you out of the police. You shouldn't be there. You honestly should not be there. Next thing, the training arc. The training arc, where, you know, like I said, she went to go to Satan, like, hey, I'm just going to fight you, so and so, blah blah, because time moves differently. So her fighting him there maybe doesn't take as much, will seem like a long time, but up there as in up in earth, maybe it didn't, the amount of time that passed wasn't as much as the amount of time that passed, I think, in hell. So but it kind of felt shoved in. I don't know, but maybe I'd be more annoyed if there wasn't a training arc. I don't know if I'm more or less annoyed that there is a training arc, or if there wouldn't be a training arc. I don't know. All I know is that it annoyed me, but I don't know if that it wasn't there, if I wouldn't have been more annoyed, if I wouldn't have come up with a point like, oh, how does she suddenly know how to fight these Grim Reapers who have been Grim Reapers for a long time, when she's just a noob Grim Reaper? I don't know. Next thing. Okay, this is the last point actually. I can't be like, damn, he's really being mean to her. Like, oh, he's ignoring her and not making time for her. But like, I don't care. There was a point in time when I think he was really suspicious of her, and you know that everything, and then he was just really ignoring her. And I'm like, okay. You know, the scene before this one that I'm talking about, like, he's above her, like he like let's say she's on the ground and then he's on top of her, so like he's above her. And I feel like there could have been so much more tension, but it wasn't there. And I'm feeling detached, because like what I'm feeling, I'm not supposed to be feeling. I'm not getting the feelings that I'm supposed to be feeling. You know what I mean? Her whole manifesto on the Ferris wheel, I'll probably put it up somewhere. I can't remember it, but I was like, my dude, I don't care. I don't care about this thing. I don't. No. And people were like in the comments like, yes, we ship. And I was like, how are you shipping? There are no components for you to ship. Where is the wood? Where are the nails for you to try and build the ship? It's not there. It's not there yet. I don't mind you shipping characters, or I do it too, but these two where are you seeing it? Because I'm not understanding. Where? And I was like, if anything, it looks like she's getting set up. And what did I say? I was right. This is my train of thoughts. Right now that I'm reading. If anything, it looks like she's getting set up. And what did I say? As soon as he gave her a phone, I was like, you're probably tracking her. You're probably going to use it to track her. And I was like, and it turned out he did want to track her. He gave her the phone to track her. To be fair, he already looked suspicious. He already looked quite suspicious. He already looked, quite suspicious already. So maybe you can claim that, hey, Titi, you're not that smart for like guessing that pretty obvious thing already. But other people could claim it as him looking like as if he had reluctant feelings towards her. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up to interpretation. I know I'm never as smart as I try and make out that I'm smart, so let me just leave it. So that kind of wraps up my dislike section. Theory time. Maybe she can be redeemed. I don't know if she can be, but maybe she can. I'm not sure. I feel like that pink Grim Reaper is going to come out to do their own thing. Whatever. I feel like she can be redeemed though. Maybe. I'm just trying to see how this thing would possibly end. Maybe she can. Someone pointed out in the comment section that she doesn't have like an X on her, that it's just on her shirt that it is there. Other than, let's say, the other sinners having their own, like, let's say, X. But maybe she can't see it, and other Grim Reapers and like Satan can see her X. Or do Grim Reapers get X's? Maybe they do. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, also, I feel like Chase will use that tracker thingy on her. This one that he said, no, I won't use it now. No, he definitely will. But wait a second. He thinks she died though. And it wasn't a shot to, like, let's say the leg where she can bullshit out of it. Like, no, I was fine. No, it was a shot to the temple right in here. So, by all means, she's dead. So I don't know how she's gonna get out of that. I don't know how she's going to do that one. I was going to say that he will probably use the phone on her again. Maybe he will, because I feel like that's such a setup, and for you not to use it feels a bit suspicious. I feel like it's something season 2 we can look forward to do, for him to pull out his phone, like and then like, oh, no, that's what. But yeah, I don't know. Next thing is my rating. I'm going to give this like a, I don't know what to give it, guys. Maybe like a 6 out of 10. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's too good or too bad. I don't even know. This was a very weird webtoon for me. These are my final thoughts now, in the sense that I didn't really get a lot of enjoyment from it. I'm not sure what I can tell you that really stood out to me that I really like really like. Like, I have a like section, of course, but is there something that I really truly liked? I don't know. It's season 2 is coming. So it's not finished, which is good, because maybe season 2 would probably be better for me than season 1 was. For me, I personally just don't feel any allegiance to what's happening. I don't like the characters, so I can't really say, oh, I like this one, so I'm still reading it because of them, or I really like, or like I'm really interested in what's going. I'm interested in it, but not to that extent. So I don't know, Sha. I don't know. We'll see. I am still excited. I won't say excited, but I'll read season 2 definitely when it comes out. Yeah, will I? Yes, I will. I probably will. I most definitely will. And yeah, that is this whole video for you. It's finished. It's kind of weird to come back to proper reviews, because I won't lie, it's been a few videos since I've done this. I've been doing some out of field content, I don't even know. But yeah, so make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, share if you want, comment anything you want, be like, hey TT, you completely validated what I've been saying this entire time. I'm going to send this to the people who didn't believe me, so that, you know, you could validate what I've been saying all this entire time. Or you'd be like, no, your opinion is trash, I don't know what's going into you, because we're honestly not seeing the same thing, obviously. And yeah, bye.